What is up, YouTube? So, I got my posterior day today. Pretty excited. It's 10 weeks out, so we, no, I mean, normally I don't talk about my cycle, but this is where shit gets real. I did add in trend today. Not sure exactly how long it's going to take till I really notice it. We'll see if I even really notice it. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on it. But should start looking crazier regardless. So I'm pretty excited. Definitely a little nervous for the side effects, but I have everything in check, so it is what it is. I'll be okay, I'm sure. I'm only going to be on it for 10 weeks, then I probably won't be on it for a long time. But I mean, to me, I'm at the point where I've already put in so much for this that it really wouldn't make sense to kind of pussy out on something, So I'm not too ashamed to admit that I added that in. I'm on a low amount, but definitely going all in with this, right? I was talking to Pedro today, and we were having a really good conversation, and we were just kind of talking about, financial struggles. For me and him, it's a different situation, but both kind of struggling financially, and just the stress from going from kind of being a kid to kind of realizing and paying your own way through, and getting bills and shit. It's definitely kind of stressful. I mean, especially for me, it kind of felt like I just fucking woke up one day and I was hit with fucking rent and car payments and insurance and groceries and gas and all this fucking shit, right? And it's not something you just kind of takes a bit to get used to, But I was telling him what I've been telling myself recently, and if you guys have watched Trailer Park Boys, Season 8, the season finale, Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles make the honey oil refinery, and they have to buy the park, or otherwise the trailer park's going to get bought by these bad guys. And they put in all this work and everything to sell Ricky's retirement weed, is what he calls it, but to sell his retirement pretty much. And right as the deal is about to go through, they end up getting fucked over, and they have a kind of a chance to get a really shitty deal, but at least they'll get the park, or they'll lose the park. And there's Mr. Leahy, if you know the show. He's like I guess you could say he's like the antagonist, but he's got the hots for Julian, so he's like, I need you to seal the deal off, Julian, with a kiss. And Bubbles, the other main character, is like, Julian, you've made it this far. Just think of Shawshank Redemption when Andy, or whatever his name is, had to crawl through the shit pipe, and he's like, you're crawling through your shit pipe right now. You can see the end of the tunnel. You just got to keep crawling through your shit pipe. And that's how I feel on this prep, I mean, I obviously love what I do more than anything. That's why I do it to the extent that I do it at. But it's not easy. There's a lot of times where it's not enjoyable and I have to really push myself. But that's what I keep telling myself. And especially this week at night shift, and it was a hard fucking week. Really hard. I was tired. I was struggling pretty bad mentally, but that's what I was telling myself. I just gotta push through my shit pipe. And whatever you're going through, whatever it is that you're battling, I mean, I know it sounds easy to just end all your problems and that, but you're just passing it on to someone else, I've lost friends, and I lost one of my childhood best friends last May, and that was, such a shitty situation for me, obviously, but such a kind of eye-opener to life, because, we were young, we're 17 at the time, and my buddy died in a car accident, and I remember being at his funeral, and I was kind of there, and I was like, I could die. I was just starting my prep as well, my first prep. And I was like, I could die tomorrow. I could die in a year. I could die in 6 months. I could wake up every day knowing there's a slight chance I might die, reality. Anyone could die at any point is what I'm saying, but I was like, would I be satisfied if I died right now with what I did today? Like, did I do what I love today? Did I put in a good effort today? And to me, it was like, if I could die tomorrow, all I want to know is that my last day, I was a good person. I treated those around me well. I wasn't selfish. And, I gave what I love 100% effort. And that, for me, was like kind of a really, really big motivator for the gym, because it was like, I wouldn't be happy if I went and got some 9 to 5 and just spent the rest of my life working. Like, I'm not going to be happy if I spend the rest of my life working at the mine. I'm going to be happy if I'm a bodybuilder. That's what makes me happy. So why would I not wake up every day and give it everything I have, And I'm driving right past the spot right now where my buddy died. I used to work right beside it. I'd go and sit there after work every day for, sometimes I'd sit there for 3 or 4 hours, but I would just think, like, am I doing what I love? And that was a big wake-up call. And another thing too is, one of the hardest things I've ever watched is watching my buddy's mom watch her son get buried, and to me, I was watching that and I was like, as much as I've had a lot of suicidal thoughts, I could never put my family through that, you know what I mean? Like, I would never in a million years want my mom to be sitting there crying over her dead son, or my sister, my brother, boyfriend, or sorry, not boyfriend, girlfriend, my buddies, so like, it's a permanent solution to temporary problems, and just think of it like, you just got to crawl through your shit pipe, do what you love. And I mean, if I listened to people, I wouldn't be here. I mean, I think like one of the main reasons why I'm here right now making these videos, doing what I'm doing, is because I'm very stubborn, and I didn't really let anyone tell me what I can and can't do with my life, because it's my life. No one should be able to tell me what I can and can't do with it, and obviously bodybuilding's a very big genetic factor there, but if you really want something bad enough in life, and if you really put everything you can towards it, I can almost guarantee you it's going to work out, and you never know until you try. And I'd rather give something everything I can and be like, you know what? I gave that 100%. I gave that fucking everything I had. There's nothing I could have done more, and fail, then be like, oh, I wish I tried. Like that regret would be the worst thing ever. I mean, when I was in college too, my dad told me, he was like, because I told him I was going to drop out of college because I couldn't do prep in school. And my dad was like, okay, well, if you really want to start fucking making money, I can get you this job at the mine. And I had to think about it, because I was like, fuck, that's going to suck during prep. I knew that right away. That was the first thing I thought about. I was like, that will fucking suck during prep. But I need to do it. You know what I mean? And I could have stayed in school and just worked at my gym, and probably I wouldn't be where I am right now, but I'd probably be a lot less stressed out. And you know what I'd be thinking? Man, I wish I was going for that fucking world's youngest pro. So to me, it wasn't really a choice. It was like, I don't really want to. I don't want to have to work out of town. I don't want to have to go and work like that. But you got to do what you got to do at the end of the day, And really, I mean, you just got to wake up and get shit done, man. That's kind of what it comes down to. And I really do believe, that if I win this show, I mean, my life's complete if I win this show. I will be like that's like, I did it if I win this show. Like, I'll be satisfied with my life if I win this show. Obviously, I want more afterwards, but for now, I'll be satisfied. And 100% I'm going to give everything I can to it, you know what I mean? And I'm so thankful I never listened to anyone, and I'm so thankful that I do work the way I do, because I wouldn't be here if I didn't, and I really do believe that if I go and win this show, it's because there was no one else that was willing to sacrifice as much as me and willing to work as hard as me, or wanted it as bad as I did, And I want to see you guys have that mindset, you know what I mean? Like, that's That's the 5% mentality, man. Is like every day fucking put 5% more into it. Wake up and just give it that extra 5%, you know? And you will go places, man. I mean, no one ever, you didn't like, anyone that's really successful, they had to fucking work some way or another to get there, you know? I mean, it's one thing to inherit a bunch of money, obviously, but any athlete that's gone pro or anything like that, like, they didn't just fucking get there. They had to work, regardless. And the best athletes in the world, they had to fucking work the hardest, you know what I mean? Like, Tom Brady, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Wayne Gretzky, all these guys, right? Like, they went out and they gave it everything they could, and that's why they're there, you know what I mean? And, you know, people always be like, oh, you know, you shouldn't compare yourself to these grown men on steroids and blah, blah, blah. And I look at it differently. I mean, if I want to be the best, I'm going to compare myself to the best, you know what I mean? Why wouldn't you? That'll be your competition one day, you know what I mean? And just, you know, go in and give it everything you have. And I do rodeo, and there's a guy, he held the world record for the fastest team rope in time. He's been to the NFR, which is like the NFL for rodeo. He's been to the NFR 24 times, which is a big deal. And he always says, you know, practice makes perfect if you practice perfect. So, I mean, I posted a video today, and it's kind of a goofy video or whatever. It might seem a little cringe when you watch it, but it was me posing, and I have a slight crash out, and I fucking start punching myself or whatever because I'm not activating my hamstring. But that's because in my mind, I need to be perfect when I practice. Like, when I'm practicing my fasted posing in the morning after cardio and I'm tired and I'm depleted, that right there is what it's going to look like on stage, you know? It's not going to look like when I'm pumped up and I got a sick pump and I'm posing in the gym. That's not what's going to show up. It's going to be your fasted, depleted, tired look. That's how you're going to pose on stage, you know? So you should get frustrated. You should get angry when you're not doing it right, because just even acknowledging that you're not doing something right is better than being like, okay, well, I'll get it tomorrow. You know, that gets you nowhere. So all I'm saying is wake up, man, and give it everything you got. You never know until you try. But I'm going to smoke this posterior lift, and it's going to be a good fucking lift. So I love you guys. Hope you enjoy it.
I like. I don't know if
Chris
you saw. I
Tremblay,
like
about
double take.
5'2". Yeah. Going for
It's
it.
scary
you know?
though. It's
Thanks,
crazy.
bro. I appreciate it. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Fucking unintentional drops that.